Hey everyone, welcome to DKFC. We're talking the 2016 Euros. Oh my gosh, it's very exciting. I got Jamie Hinks here, Tyrone Atkins, and Edo Delamonte. If you're playing DraftKings, and of course you are, drafting an 8-man roster, $50,000 budget which to play with and spend on your players. So who do you have? We're talking the Monday games where it's Italy, Spain, and of course England versus Iceland. Where's the value? Who are you putting on your team? Where are you investing in? Midfielders? You're going to the forwards? Who is on your lineup? I'm asking these guys, who is on your team for each of the positions? Let's start out in goal. Jamie, tell me who's in your goal.
Hannes Halldórsson from Iceland.
Ooh.
He's had the most saves out of any goalkeeper so far in the Euros. He's had even more than the fella for Northern Ireland and McGovern. And he's the cheapest. So.
Cheap is always good. That's why I'm saying.
And he'll have more saves against England. Sorry, I didn't have any justification for picking him apart from he was cheap. He will make a lot of saves.
Edo, how about yourself? Who you got in goal?
Hannes Halldórsson for exactly the same reason, except for that Herpader moment against Arnautovic. He's looked pretty good. And also, keepers look good against England. So Kozacic, you got Akinfeev, and of course, Vane, Hennessy. They've all looked really good against England. So, well, actually, no. The second goal was probably the only goalkeeping mistake of any import we've seen, because probably should have had that. But yeah, 4,400, good price.
Tyrone, round out your goal. Who you got?
For the first time in the whole tournament, I've gone for a superstar keeper, actually. I've gone for Buffon of Italy. 4.9. I think he'll have a clean sheet. I genuinely think he will. And he's not going to be unbusy. He will be busy. He'll have to put a shift in. He's going to prove why he's arguably been the best goalkeeper in the world in the last 20 years. And what a game to do it. He's playing against the reigning champions and a team that a lot of people fancy. So I've gone for Buffon in goal. I think I'm very happy with that pick.
All right, now you also have to choose two defenders, and with the Italian team and obviously the way that Iceland will be playing, there'll be a lot of defense going on. Jamie, who do we have in defense in your team?
I've gone for a big Spain stack here. Jordi Alba, 5,000. Sounds a little bit like a burger you'd get at GBK.
Spain stack.
Spain
Funny,
stack.
Yeah. An omelette.
Jordi Alba, 5,000. I've picked him. He's another one I picked every single time. He just gets forward all the time. He's had an assist. They're going to be attacking Italy all game, in my opinion, and he'll be getting forwards all game. Also, he might get a few tackles because Italy do tend to funnel the ball out to those wing-backs quite a lot. Alongside him, Gerard Piqué, 4,000. He's quite a lot for a centre-back, but he has scored already in this tournament. I think tackles and interceptions, he'll be in there like a flash. I also think they'll both get clean sheets, which is 6 easy points there already. And I just couldn't. There wasn't anyone else at that level that I could justify picking. I couldn't go anywhere near the England defenders just because I don't think they pick up enough points.
Tyrone, how about yourself? Where's your defenders' points being spent?
I think I've picked two better defenders than Jamie, and for a lot less money. And I've gone for England defenders. I've gone for Kyle Walker at 4.8. I think he's been playing very well, and he's been rested. I think he's going to be essential. I think he's going to have a very good game against Iceland. He'll be bombing up there as he has done in the first two games of the tournament. And I think he's going to have a good game. Next to him, I've gone for England's PK. I've gone for Gary Cahill, $800 cheaper at 3.2. I picked him every game, and it's not really come off. I
was going to say, you picked him every game, he's got no points.
He's done nothing for me. But the thing is about me is that I'm a very stubborn man, Jamie and Edo, and I'm a very resilient one as well. Gary Cahill's going to score against Iceland. That's why I picked him. Yeah, it's true.
I would love that.
We'd all love that, obviously. But I think he is a chap that can score goals. He's done it for Chelsea. He has done it for England before. And yeah, he's dangerous in the box if necessary. And we're going to need him. We're going to depend on some tackles there against Sigurdsson and whoever else they got.
Simpson and
Samsung and yeah, them guys, right? So I've gone for him. He's 3.2 thousand. He's cheap. It's a budget pick, guys, and I think England will have a clean sheet as well.
All right, someone who's also dangerous in the box, Edo. He's gone all Spain. He's gone all England. Who have you chosen?
Half Spain and half England, obviously.
All right.
No, Jordi Alba at 5,000 because I love how he plays, and he scored against Italy in that ill-fated Euro 2012 final, which I've completely forgotten. In fact, I can't remember how he scored, but he did. And also the fact that I love how both for Barcelona and for Spain, he can actually play as almost an additional winger. Immediately made the run through. There will be a pass, no one will see it, and all of a sudden he'll be in the box, either heading it in, which I believe is how he scored against Italy, or side-footing it. So good choice at 5,000. Kyle Walker's the other one, just because I think he'll get loads of crosses. whether he'll play well or not is almost irrelevant because I think Iceland, except for the game against us, they've always eventually had to fall back, and all of a sudden a lot more crosses come into their box. I think that Walker could be a good option.
All right, good options there. And in the midfield will play an important role in both the games on Monday. Who do you got in midfield? Let's start with you, Tyrone. Who's in your midfield?
I've gone for one of all of our favourite players at the tournament so far. I've gone for Iniesta. Still cheap. Still pulling strings, still involved in every game. He's still only 5.5 thousand. He will play. He's essential, and so I've gone for him. It's budget and class, so I would urge everyone to consider picking him anyway. Next to him, I've gone for the one man who plays for Iceland who could be of any kind of danger, and that's Gylfi Sigurdsson. He's 7.1. He's gone down a little bit. So now's the time to get him. Will he be on the winning team against England? A, I hope not. B, no. But he will do stuff. He'll be involved. He'll be in the mixer. He'll be taking free kicks. He'll be taking crosses. He'll be pinging balls down into the box as best as he can. And who knows, he might be at the end of something as well. But I think he's one of the best midfielders on offer that evening. That's why I've gone for him. And like I say, he's gone down a little bit. He's class.
All right, Edo, how about yourself? Midfielders, who do you got?
I've also gone for someone Icelandic, but at 5,200, Birkir Bjarnason, just because he looked good against Portugal. And yeah, I do expect us to concede some sort of goal on the counter, and maybe we'll know Gylfi will mark him more, maybe.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
What accent was that?
I don't know.
It was really well done because I can't pronounce their names. I've got a cow's tongue.
Good.
No, I've got a
Bjarnason.
fat tongue, and I can barely pronounce English names. But you,
I think I've watched the Icelandic guy 7 times in a loop, just going mental after the
it
Austrian.
was like I detected 3 European accents with 2 words. that's phenomenal, mate. Sorry, I'm just saying what they're thinking. Yeah. Everyone out there's thinking this, Edo.
If only more people didn't thought like you.
I know. It's still impressive, mate.
It's very good.
You know, we
All
love
right.
it.
Thank you.
Way to derail him. Keep going, Edo. It's
No.
okay.
It's the 4th time I smiled today. You know, the other 3 all, yeah. Eric Dyer is my other guy because I ran out of money for Adam Lallana, who I also really like.
Said no one ever.
yeah.
Yeah, I made an error once.
Yeah. But no, I think that, yeah, out of all the midfielders, he'll be very involved, and I think at that kind of price, I don't know why, I just looked at him and thought, yeah, I think maybe the goal is going to come from someone outside the box, and Rooney's shooting this tournament. Actually, no, Rooney's shooting's not been bad, but he takes on his man all the time, and Rooney doesn't have that anymore. Good positioning, could even play in a Lampardish role, like gets on the end of stuff and takes a shot, or beats one man, or finds a 1-2, instead Rooney tries to dribble people all the time, and his price, I wasn't so convinced, so, yeah.
All right, Jamie, how about your midfielders? Who have you chosen for this one?
Captain Fantastic, 7,300, Wayne Rooney.
Oh, yeah. Snap.
Yeah, I think he's on corners now for England because the Harry
Yeah.
Kane experiment. Thank God that has finished. I think, what was that?
I don't
Was that
know.
just Roy thinking, I'm just going to troll the lot of you?
I'm going to troll and shock the world.
Because that was really weird, because nothing ever came of it. Like, I think Wilshere came out and was like, oh yeah, but the ball moves a lot. And it's like, yeah, but then it's even harder to head.
Fancy that, professional man. The ball moves a lot.
But yeah, Rooney, I could see him maybe scoring, maybe not. But 7,300, I think it's quite cheap for him because he really is just a forward playing in a midfielder's clothes. And then Gylfi Sigurdsson, 7,100. If Iceland are going to do anything, it's going to involve him. Plus, I've been quite impressed in this tournament. He's actually been tackling a lot more than he usually does. I think he kind of has a role for Swansea where he's allowed to just do whatever he wants and play a free role and not really tackle back that much. Whereas for Iceland, he's having to do a lot more. And I think in this game, they're going to be doing a lot of that kind of thing, tackling, interceptions. So not so much for his set pieces, which I think they'll get a few, more for his tackling and his midfield play.
All right, Edo, how about yourself? Forwards. We're going to move to the forwards. Who do you got? Where'd you spend your money?
Eventually, it's going to have to be Jamie Vardy, 8,900, because I really hope he starts, even though I completely agree with what Jamie said, incidentally, about Hodgson bringing back the Russia team, which I'm really terrified about. So this could change at the last minute. But my utility man is expensive too, so I can always fiddle around. My other striker is Alvaro Morata, just because I think he'll get shots. And I think he's been really good this tournament. And he plays against defenders he knows, obviously, because they're his Juventus teammates and the Juventus goalkeeper. So they could know him, he could know them. I like the fact that I think he's worth the punt, even if he doesn't score, to be honest with you, because he is such a complete footballer. Quite surprised he didn't score from October to, I believe it was February this season, because he's been excellent otherwise for Juventus. So yeah.
That's first Italian actually been chosen by you guys so far in your
I had
lineups.
Buffon.
Oh, okay, sorry. But how about your forwards? Do you have any Italians? You got Yeah.
Do I? I have the most handsome footballer in the world.
Ah, yes.
Of course, someone had to pick him, and I'm not just picking him out of nostalgia. I just think he's the man that can shock the world. I genuinely think that he's more than just a pretty face, guys. He's there on merit. He's great. I've gone for Graziano Pello, obviously 7.8 thousand. Not cheap at all. But I think a lot of people look at your Maratas and your Nolinos and all these guys. But I think Italy will win this, and I think it's very possible that Italy's winner will come from a defender or a deep lying midfielder. But all the same, Pella's got a job to do. He should be selected.
Oh yeah.
He will definitely
if he's
be
not
selected.
injured, but I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, and I think he's fit, and we all think he's fit, don't we?
Hey.
You know what I'm saying, ladies? But yes, he should be playing, and yeah, I think he's going to be someone that's going to be somewhat overlooked, guys. But 7.8 thousand, obviously, DraftKings, they have some stock in him, and I certainly do. That's why he's there. And yeah, I've gone for an Englishman. I've gone for Harry Kane. He's got to do it at some point. I know we've all noticed that the oil was run out the engine, but he's had a week off. He's had 10 days off. And he's got. It's not so much even England expects. This young man expects. You know, he has a hell of a lot of faith and belief in himself and a lot of high expectations of himself. I think this will be his moment. I think Roy's going to put faith in him to make a resounding comeback against Iceland. It's Iceland. It's bloody Iceland. And I know I said that about Wales. I know I said that about Slovakia. I know I've said it about Russia. But I can really say it about this nation of 300,000 White Walkers. It's like, it's possible. Bless them. Harry Kane will start. Bless them. Well done on getting there, guys. But the party's over. Harry Kane's coming to get you. He's going to score. 9,000, not cheap, but I think he's going to finally make an impact on this tournament.
All right, Jamie, where's your forwards at, and where'd you spend your money?
Daniel Sturridge, 9,200. I think you pick Sturridge whether he starts or whether he's on the bench. I think as an impact sub, he's the best thing England have had so far. And I think he's probably had the best moments of any England player in this tournament,
Really?
attacking-wise. That second
I
goal.
thought he was shocking against.
No, I'm saying, yeah, but who else has done anything attacking-wise?
Vardy.
He hasn't done any more than Sturridge did in that
No
one
more,
half
but I
against
wouldn't-
No, what I'm saying, this is cumulative. Like, the one half he had against Wales has been better than any of our other attacking players in terms. That goal was absolute quality.
That goal was, but I thought all his other. I didn't think he did not impress me up until that goal against Wales.
I think he was very good in the Wales game. I thought he disappointed a bit in the Slovakia game.
Yeah, it was absolutely.
But I think he's the one who can come off the bench and explode.
We've all
and
picked a
score.
different England
Striker.
striker. I hope
Yeah,
we all
it's
have.
just-
I hope we all have the nuts to stick with our selections. On
I'd find it very hard if Sturridge is on the bench. That's the only problem. But I'd quite like to pick him and just see what happens. And alongside him, I've gone for Eder, 7,600. I think he'll have a big part to play in the game as a whole. I'm not quite sure that he'll score a goal, but I think he'll have a couple of shots. I mean, the player pool on Monday is so small in terms of strikers, just because there's only 2 games that it's tough to pick strikers and have any money to pick anyone else, basically. So
we've all managed to pick different pairings, though. All the
Yeah.
same, that's very impressive.
yeah, and Eder's only 7,600.
Perfect. Well, when you're putting together your 8-man lineup, you also need one utility player. I'm going to ask these guys, who's your utility player and why do you have him? Edo, who's your utility? You said you spent some money on him. I'm very excited. It's Christmas morning. Tell us.
David Silva. David Silva.
Dave Silver?
Oh, David Silva.
Dave Silva.
I know 2-0. I loved him. Yeah.
The Stockwell Spaniard.
He owes me money. Davy Silva.
Come on, Dave, give it back.
It's a character on 90210, but go ahead.
David Silva for Rotherham. No, yeah, 7,400. I think that whatever happens against Italy, he's going to be at the heart of everything Spain do. And he's actually had a pretty good tournament. And even got a good DK score despite playing against Croatia, which wasn't a very good game and was played by Spain at walking pace for some of it. So I think that he could go in. And again, yeah, I've left a little bit of money there because of the whole Vardy situation, because I may have second thoughts about... No, I'm not. 7,400.
There you go. Tyrone, utility.
Well, I think because not a huge crop of players to pick from, I think we've all had a couple of quid left over for our utility. So I bought Guy for 7.3 thousand. I've gone for our captain. I've gone for Wayne Rooney as well.
Yes.
I think Wayne Rooney has been very good. He was rested against Slovakia. I wish he bloody wasn't, because I think we'd have had a far better chance of winning that match, and I probably wouldn't have to miss the quarterfinal if we get there. Sorry. So Wayne Rooney, I think, has been talismanic. I think he's been great, and I think he's going to have a good game against Iceland. He is a player who should play well against a team like Iceland, and I think he will. I think he'll be essential. I think he'll have a great game. 7.3 thousand. I think, I'm very happy with this. Very.
All right, Jamie, roll us down. Who you got your utility?
Eric Dier.
Who's he?
He's 5,400. He's English. Yeah, I really, I love Eric Dyer.
I do too.
Bloody brilliant player, and he's only 5,400. I unfortunately didn't have any money left when I got to my utilities because it all went elsewhere somehow. I don't know how. Maybe that's what's going to happen now. You go to the supermarket in England after the Brexit.
Hey.
Where's my money gone? Yeah, Eric Dyer. Once a resident of Portugal, so he does have that continental flair.
He does.
And he's going to score.
Good prediction.
Gary Cahill's going to score.
No. It's going to be Wayne Rooney, it's going to be Eric Dyer. The Stars are going to assist
3
both.
strikers.
Well, you've heard it from our panel. You heard it from these guys. How do you get involved? You go and put together your own 8-man line. You go to DraftKings.co.uk. Put together an 8-man line. You have $50,000 budget, which to spend. Monday is going to be a great game. Lots of things. You can change your lineups just beforehand and frustrate Tyrone as well. That's how you play it. Welcome to DraftKings. Welcome to the Euros. Welcome to the big time.